All right. Start me up, Nick. Yo! 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 Clap! Clap! Yo, give me the auxiliary chord. Let's get into it. The Night of Godcast. I'm looking forward to Tony T, Steve, N-E, double F, the official Ness. And yes, can't forget the twins and your boy Nick. The show's importance, the focus, the culprit of our hope and an assortment of what a nerd is. And that's real. Geeks to Christ in a nutshell. We're gonna rep Jesus just to keep him first. They might get on Steve, oh yep, cause he's the worst. A whimsical tweet with the biblical verse. Shout out to Tori, who rocked it in the first season. The reason for believing that your pick and the best thing ever won't be defeated. Always a nice discussion. The Nerd of Godcast, big in Christ direction. The Nerd of Godcast. It's 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 the Nerd of Godcast. Clap, clap, hey, 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 clap, hey, hey, hey. I'm L7. And welcome to the Nerd of Godcast. Woo! That place on the Venn diagram of life where Christ culture and nerd culture come together for sweet, sweet two-player co-op. Yeah! This is the 100th episode! All right, let's introduce everybody. He's the best at being the worst. With us, as always, Steve-O Supremo! He is often imitated, never duplicated. It's the big man, Quentin Gregory Nerd! She's salty, she's sweet, and she's conveniently pocket-sized. Jackie freaking Wilson! Sometimes sassy, always classy. From the island of enchantment, it's lovely lady Elise Marie! Pushing all the buttons to keep this bucket of bolts flying. Our own resident smart guy, Nick the engineer! And lastly, and the captain who makes it happen, the nerd of God himself, Tony T!
Hello, and welcome to the Nerd of Godcast! 100th episode spectacular!
Yeah!
Somehow, against all odds, we have managed to be safe from Apple and podcasts booting us off of the internet.
I read the statistics online that was like most podcasts don't last more than 4 episodes.
4 episodes,
really?
That's right. That is why we are.
That's
our
impressive.
new tagline is we are 25 times better than the average podcast. Which, if I say so myself, is very humble of us. We're so excited that we're here. We're doing this. I can't believe it. And the best part about this is not that we're doing this, because eventually, if you just keep doing something, no one stops you. You just go on forever and ever. But it's that we are surrounded by some of our amazing friends tonight, a live studio audience.
Yeah.
We love you. Man, this is great. Looking across the room, man, we see so many friends, so many people that have actually been on the show from time to time. All the way in the back, we got Howard Salter. What's up, Hal? And his whole crew. sitting. It's so weird. It's like this crossover because there's Howard, and right in front of him is Jamaican Ali. Wagwan Mirasta. Over there, we got the Cannon family. We got the Pastor Mayor and his wife, Rodney and Lindsay Cannon. They've been on the show a number of times, and yeah, I know. I'm excited too. I'm just looking across the whole room here. All the way from the Nerd of God Daily. You guys will remember him. Steven, who's that sitting right there next to Jamaican Ali?
That's Stevie B.
That's Stevie B. And we got Nolan. I know there's too many people all the way in the back hiding in the shadows. We got Daryl. He's one of our Nerd of God Squad Facebook page superstars. So too many people to name all individually. But man, L7, what a great intro, man. Thank you so much. All the way from California for this event.
Yeah.
We could just cash the check right now, man. I'm completely humbled. That's one of the most amazing things I've ever experienced. So thank you guys so much for being with us. Those of you who we named, and those of you who we did not. We're so thankful that you guys are here to share this night with us. 100 episodes is a really big deal. And I'm not going to lie, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I'm super nervous right now.
Oh, I'm going to pee any moment.
Steven, you want to switch seats?
Maybe. She should be closer to the door.
Okay.
Before we came out here, Lisa was like, I had a dream about this. This is exactly what we were doing, and I don't know what's going to happen next. And she almost fell over.
She dropped a bottle cap.
I'm like, someone needs to catch
And then I
Lisa
went to pee and it didn't help.
just like in a dream.
I know.
When you pee in your dream, then you just wet the bed.
Yeah.
That explains
That's
a
usually how it
lot.
happens.
Which is something that Steven does metaphorically every episode. No, that's cool. We're so glad that you guys are here. Honestly, you know how like when you do something, even if you've literally done it 100 times, and then someone's watching you, all of a sudden it becomes way harder. Like peeing. I don't know.
Wait, do you have people regularly watch you pee?
No, but you never like you're in the bathroom and someone else walks in and you lock up.
Sure.
Audience, please help me on this one. Okay. You literally have me dangling on this one. So
I pee alone.
The worst is when they like there's a bunch of stalls next to you and they choose to do the one right next to you and you're just like, what you doing there, buddy?
it's like, I do not need your codependence right now, please. These aren't the droids you're looking for. Move along. Move along. Well, we're so glad that you guys are with us tonight, man. What a trip, and it's been awesome. Some of you guys have been listening since episode 1 and hanging out with us. Some of you guys even before episode 1, we've known you guys, and what a great honor it is to have you guys with us. And not only you, but also the millions and millions of Nerd of God Squad fans all across the world. And by that, I mean dozens and dozens.
You're all here.
Yeah, it's pretty much everybody's. I will tell you who's not here who told me they were going to be here. We got an RSVP from my mom, and she's not here.
Didn't show.
You know, you should call her. That's what we do on a
No, this is great. No, this is very nostalgic for me. It reminds me of my childhood.
Does your mom listen to the show?
No, well, not anymore. She was a patron sponsor too. It's not anymore. Was definitely. But for all of you guys that are listening at home as well, we're on the camera right now. You guys wave to the camera. I hope you guys did your hair right.
Neff,
what's going on, man? You look like a Pidgey. Like what?
I feel like a Pidgey.
He originally wanted like a man bun, and I said, no, you don't do that. You're an adult, and you know better. And so we did that.
Doesn't it feel nice to be able to like one-up somebody like that? To put on the daddy voice? No, you're an adult. You want respect, you have to treat yourself with respect.
But Dad, but I wanna.
Go ask your mother. Well, for all you guys that are sitting at home and listening to us or watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. One of the best ways that you can connect with us is by following us all across. Well, I'm doing this live tonight. Hang on. This is a new thing for us. One of the best ways you can connect with us is by connecting all across all the social medias. That's Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook at Nerd of Godcast. You can also check our website at nerdofgodcast.com, or you can call our hotline at 760-NOG-CAST. It's a live show, so anything can go wrong, everybody. We'd love to chat with you, connect with you, and exchange
whimsical animated gifts with you.
Oh, that was nice.
That was really amazing.
Right in the
That
field.
was really nice.
I'm a tingle right now. Let's get this thing started, and we want you guys to be a part of it because we don't always get to have you with us. So I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep. I
And
don't
it's
want to
over.
miss a thing. So while you guys are here, I need a volunteer. His name is Angel. Angel, how you doing?
He needs.
That's you. That's you.
Angel, mi amigo. There's a microphone somewhere in this room. If you go
Right
see,
there.
yeah, there you go.
a
If you
key.
can grab that, we're gonna open this thing up tonight with a little 1-question interview.
Is that the right one?
No, but I have a very limited selection of sound effects tonight. So it was either that or the worst thing ever theme. So that's all we got. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up with a real quick 1-question interview, and instead of just us answering the question, we want to hear from you guys. So when Angel comes around, just introduce yourself and tell us what your answer to this question was. So tonight we're talking about monuments, and it was really cool. The Cannon family just blew up my Facebook wall with all these pictures of their trip to Washington D.C., which there's just not a better concentration of monuments probably anywhere that I've ever been. So we're gonna be talking about that a little bit tonight. And one of the most famous monuments that I can think of, very iconic, is Mount Rushmore. Has anybody ever been to Mount Rushmore and seen it in real life? You have.
No,
So you
never.
braved a Dakota to make that happen.
That's tough. Even people in Dakota don't like to brave Dakota.
That's true. That is true. Okay, so was it awesome? I mean, was it worth the trip? Angel, microphone. This is literally your job.
Was it good? Yeah, we were there for like 30 minutes on our drive from Washington State to Georgia, and it was about to snow, and so we didn't hang out very long. But it was cool for 30 minutes.
So you didn't find any
30 minutes
treasure.
of pure
Let's
bliss.
back up before we get to the 1-question interview. Let's back it up. You were driving from Washington State to Georgia?
That sounds gross.
Did you lose a bet?
Yeah, I joined the Army.
Oh, there.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for your service. All right. So our question tonight is, because we are a nerd show, Angel's going to come around with that microphone. He's light on his feet, ladies and gentlemen.
In theory.
But yeah,
What?
So
Nice.
light.
so
Nice
light.
moves,
So
kid.
graceful.
Crazy. He's like a ballet dancer wrapped in butter. Tonight, we're going to be building our own Mount Rushmore with 4 iconic faces. But because this is the Nerd of Godcast, we want those 4 faces to be the most iconic figures in nerddom. Ooh, that's right. So what 4 faces in all aspects of nerdiness and all the things that nerds geek out about, what 4 faces would make that Mount Rushmore of nerdiness? So let us know who you are going to nominate. At this point, we would remind the audience to please silence all mobile devices.
Cell phones, pagers.
Unless you're FaceTiming in
Pagers?
my mom, in which case, hi, Mom. No? Yeah. So, Angel, go around. Let us know who. Nominate one person. So, you guys throw your hand up or just jump in there. Anybody? We got a hand in the back all the way. Yeah, Angel, running nimbly. Stanley.
Good answer.
answer.
We all
Good
agree.
answer.
Does anybody have an argument with that one? Nobody's going to argue with Stanley, right? All right, so right now Stanley is on Mount Rushmore of nerdiness. Okay,
Yes.
and unless somebody comes up with a better answer and we have to bump him off, okay? So we have one right over here. Oh, were you agreeing with Stanley? Yeah, Stanley is the right answer, exactly. Anybody else? Throw in suggestions. Okay, we got a hand up right over here. Angel?
George Lucas.
George
Lucas.
Lucas.
That's good.
All right, that's not a bad answer. Creator of Star Wars.
But also director of Howard the Duck.
Oh, that might be a disqualifier.
That's a good face.
Give and take.
Gene Roddenberry. Okay, so can you have the Mount Rushmore with Gene Roddenberry and George Lucas? There's only 4 spots.
As long as they're cheek to
So
cheek.
right now we've got now we've got 3. We got Gene Roddenberry, George Lucas, and Stan Lee. Here's our 4th slot. J.R.R. Tolkien. That's a brilliant answer. That's no one can argue with that one. All right, so that's our 4. But do we have one more? All nerdiness across all platforms,
Oliver,
all
did you have a hand
fandoms.
up? Did you have a hand up, Oliver?
Here we go.
In the front.
Walt Disney.
Walt Disney.
That's my boss.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
I can agree with that.
Roddenberry's gone. Disney just bumped Roddenberry. Is Disney pure nerdy? I mean, I'm not mad at that answer. I mean, yes, we got
How many-
heads.
It's not. It
episodes have
owns
we
all
had?
the pure nerdy.
Okay, all right, okay. Who else? So is Roddenberry gone? Do we agree on this?
Yeah.
Okay, so Roddenberry's gone. So right now we have Disney, Tolkien, George Lucas, and Stan Lee. Somebody else want to throw one in? Anybody from the panel here?
Oh, I got one.
Okay, what do you got?
Shigeru Miyamoto.
That's a hard one to argue with. Shigeru Miyamoto.
And also a hard one to pronounce.
He's the father of Nintendo.
I thought he was talking in Spanish.
What did I say?
I was like,
Yo,
You
Piero
know
Miyamoto.
Spanish. How do you not know the
I
difference
was
between Spanish and Japanese?
Maybe Steven's just that bad
I
at
thought
it.
he just got the Holy Ghost. I'm not sure.
That's likely.
He goes to Taco Bell and orders a bento box. I don't know what's happening. Shigeru Miyamoto is the father of Nintendo. He created Mario and Zelda, Link, and all that.
Star Fox.
Star Fox.
And he
even.
also,
Donkey Kong.
I just learned this today. He was a mentor to a guy whose name I'm not going to try to pronounce. That guy created Pokemon.
Well, there you
So
go.
without Miyamoto, we get no Pokemon. And no Pokemon Go.
We'd all still be playing Pong without Shigeru Miyamoto.
Yeah.
I have to say that one probably takes a big spot. I don't know if that bumps somebody off the list, but that's a pretty good one to me.
How big is this mount?
just make
Yeah, can
it.
we just
I
make
guess
it
I
four-person
can be
mount?
It's big
honest
enough
with
for
me.
exactly 4 heads.
Gotcha.
What if we make the heads really small?
Really
Or there can be a Siamese head.
Little baby heads.
There's just a line of heads.
Just anybody else got one? I like Miyamoto on there, so somebody's gonna have to budge on that. If I was gonna throw one on there, I don't know if we go back this far, but does anybody want to really go like H.G. Wells, father of science fiction?
Jules Verne.
Arguably without him, there's no Gene Roddenberry, George Lucas. Is that too deep a cut? Are we only?
That's pretty good.
We got a couple nods back there. So then, who do you lose from your Mount Rushmore? We can't. You got Angel. You have to go visit my friend with a microphone. Anybody that's talking out there without a microphone is lost.
Combine George Lucas and Stanley into Walt Disney's.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
See, there's
And with that,
a Hydra, a three-headed Hydra.
and with that, you also get Jim Henson.
And then no, because if you do that, you also get
That's what I was
Pixar, and that's
thinking.
Steve Jobs. So you with Disney, you get Steve Jobs. All we need is Disney to
All
buy
we need is
Nintendo
just
now.
one
Everything.
Disney monument.
One
It's all
Disney
we need.
It's called Disney World.
So instead of Mount Rushmore, it's just one set of mouse ears.
Gross.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. Anybody? This is fun and frustrating to me all at the same time. Stanley definitely makes the cut. I put that one in concrete on there. Anybody else have one that goes on there? Yeah, Stanley. What else? No, nothing. All right, we have created our official monument. We have Stanley. We have Shigeru Miyamoto.
Yeah.
We have J.R.R. Tolkien, and we have
The Hydra.
the Disney Hydra.
Hey, hail Hydra.
Why have an or when you can have an and, ladies and gentlemen? That way everybody wins. And this has been our one question interview. Give yourself a big hand, everybody. So tonight, I want to do something a little bit different, you guys. Are you feeling a little saucy?
I mean, I guess.
Are you feeling a little like you want to do something a little different? Because we can do something visual tonight that we don't normally get to do.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Angel, my friend, can you help me one more time? Just to my right, your left, you're going to see a big spinning wheel. If you can just place that on the table in front of Jackie there.
Yeah, just block me.
Yeah, block her
Just
face.
block Jackie there. Just put it right there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the wheel of fortune cookies. And what we're going to do is let our crew, one by one, they're going to get a chance to walk up to the wheel here. So you guys go ahead and get ready. Line up at the wheel. You guys can,
okay,
I'll keep talking.
Getting up.
Yeah, actually go to the wheel. The wheel beckons you.
I get to be in front.
All right. So Jackie, you're first. We want you to spin that wheel, and whichever one it lands on, you're going to take that fortune cookie. Now, before you do, let me explain how this is going to work. On the back side of that fortune cookie, it would be inside the fortune cookie until I found out how expensive fortune cookies are if you keep breaking them trying to put fortunes in them. After a while, the people at Hopbo start going, "Why you want so many fortune?" And it's not very good, and it makes you make very racially insensitive accents. Sorry. Jerry Lewis is huge in France. Okay. So on the back of that is a phrase, some kind of a quote, some kind of a quip, some line of text. You're going to take that and hold on to it tonight. At some point during the show, you've got to work that line of text seamlessly into conversation. Now, the point is this. We're not going to try to bust you on that. We're going to let this thing slide, and we're going to let the audience at home see if they can guess what the fortune cookie line was. So those of you guys that are listening out there across all the social media, across all the podcast platforms, you're going to guess what Jackie, Lismati, Neff, Steven, and myself have worked into our conversation from the Wheel of Fortune Cookies. Are we ready? Jackie, spin that wheel. All right, now don't show anybody. You take that back to your seat. Lismati, you are up. Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you could have spun a little harder than that, but that's all right. A gentle touch.
Is this gum?
It is silly putty because I couldn't find tape.
It looks like chewed gum.
Silly putty is good. If you have the funny pages at home, you can have a good time with Charlie Brown sticking it to his face.
But I'm going to work this into a conversation.
All right, Neff. All right, Big Neff. Big money, no whammies.
No whammies, no whammies.
Why did you do it so softly?
I got a gentle touch. All right.
All right. And Tony.
Oh, that's right. Tony's got to do it.
These spins are. Oh, there we go. Keep it going. Keep round and round. Round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows.
Outside interference. Or not take. All right, I got mine. And this has been the Wheel.
Fortune cookies! Does anyone not want their putty?
I'm stressed.
Can we chew the putty?
No, don't chew the putty.
Well, I said there's like bubble gum.
No, don't.
Have you never played with silly putty before?
I mean, I have, but this looks like chewed gum.
Just looks so delicious.
It's not supposed to be attractive. It's supposed to be fun.
Don't put it in your mouth.
Do not put it in your mouth.
Flesh-colored gum?
This is
What could be
dirty
more
silly
delicious?
putty. This is the silly putty I use to clean out the holes on my cell phone.
Gross. Thank you. I want to
Okay,
touch it
well,
now.
that's going over here.
It's very useful. I saw it on the
You can
internet.
use it
It's
to
like
hold
a
up
little
your Idris.
life
So
hack.
he's no longer screen accurate.
All right, you guys want to play a game? Okay, so actually, this is a lot of fun because they're not going to win. You guys are going to win in our studio audience tonight.
Yeah.
So let me see, real quick. Who here has been listening since the very beginning of the Nerd of Godcast? Like you've been, okay, so, all right, I got a hand right over here. That's going to be Lindsay. Lindsay, pick your crew member to play for you. Who are you going to pick? Steven.
Oh.
Choice, smart.
All right,
smart.
Lindsay's picking Steven. She has been listening
Choosing
from the
to
beginning.
win.
She knows.
Until he gets his points taken away.
All right, who has traveled the furthest from the state of Florida? For the state of Florida.
Sorry.
Sorry, L7. Who's traveled the furthest to be here? We have all the way from Clearwater, from Largo, Florida, Clearwater. Is it the same place, basically? One armpit or the other, right? I'm sorry, it's a lovely town. I'm being rude to our guests. Why is no one stopping me?
Because we're live. Anything can happen.
All I have is putty. It's all the only weapon I have.
Stevie B, you have traveled the furthest in the state of Florida, so please pick your crew member to play for you. Not knowing what game we're going to play. Could be anything. Going with Jackie. All right, Stevie has Jackie. Okay, who here has the, I don't know, I didn't really think about this ahead of time. Who in here came from California tonight?
Whoa.
Oh, L7, all the way in the back. L7, who are you going to pick from our crew to play for you? Neff.
Hey! That's me.
All good choices.
And you made a good choice.
And then I'm going to pick somebody who is one of our rising stars on our Nerd of Godcast page, all the way in the back. That's Daryl. Daryl, you are going to get to pick Lismati. I think that's who you have left.
I'm so sorry.
Watch her win it all.
That's right. Anybody can win
unlikely.
this one. Anyone can win this one. So this is a game we're going to play. It's called Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. You guys might have heard this one before on our show. So the way horseshoes and hand grenades worked is you're going to take a guess, and all you have to do is be close, okay? So this is going to be boys versus girls until it's boys versus boys. Or girls versus girls.
Wow. Such faith.
You.
Or girls versus girls. It's okay.
Or girl versus boy.
Or
can't-
women versus men.
Or Jackie just
Can't see
wins.
this, can you? You're not. All right, so we're going to let these guys play together, and then we're going to separate them as we see fit, okay? So, Neff and Steven, you guys are up first, okay? I'm going to give you guys a question, and you're going to have to just give me a number, and we'll let the girls go also, and then whoever gets closest wins.
All right, give them the same answer or separate answers?
You're going to get the same answers. Okay?
Right.
So you guys come up with one answer. Ladies, you're going to come up with one answer, okay? But we're going to let the guys go first.
Okay.
All right, Steven and Neff.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yes.
You guys may know him from
Saturday Night Live.
From the movie Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah.
Or Chaplin. So he's been in a couple different
Weird
things.
Science.
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes 1 and 2. He is Iron Man. And tell me the year that Robert Downey Jr. was born.
Oh.
I know this. Hold on, give me a second.
You guys can talk it out. It's a team effort.
Probably like the 70s.
We'll let them figure that out. Ladies, come up with your counter answer. Keeping in mind that this is a limited time, some of these people have to drive home. If you guys are now, you're in the room where it happens now. You're seeing the sausage get made.
We have an answer.
These are the parts that I cut out of the episode for your listening pleasure.
He whispered and my mouth was open.
I thought you said he whispered in my mouth.
No.
Well, he kind of did.
What is happening?
It was gross.
It was your ear.
What is happening when I looked away? You guys?
Oh, you have an answer, though.
What's your answer?
1967.
All right, 67, ladies.
Okay, let's do...
See, all you have to do is really decide if they're right on time, or if you say 66 or 65 or whatever, or 60, whatever, 68, you guys can just say older or younger, basically.
1969.
69. All right, so you guys say 67?
Yes.
69?
Sure.
Here we go. Audience, you guys think you guys have a guess on this one? A little higher or lower? No Googling, by the way. You think it's a little higher? You think he's older than that? Oh, he's younger. So younger than that? All right. Correct answer. Robert Downey Jr. was born 4/4/65. Guys get the point. 65.
He looks good for his age.
There it is.
All right, ladies.
All right. What's up?
Not Robert Downey Jr., but your next Batman, Robert Pattinson.
Oh, okay.
Oh, how dare you.
I'm excited.
Don't turn on
him.
him
Oh,
yet.
that face.
When was Robert Pattinson born?
Wow. When was he born?
Yes, please. Give us the year he was born. I'll give you guys just 3 seconds to figure it out because we got to get going. So many things to do tonight.
1989.
1989, gentlemen.
1986.
86. All right. Who do you feel might be closer on this one? The guys or the girls? Oh, it's a split decision. Split decision.
We'll
actual year of his birth. Robert Pattinson came into this world a shiny little vampire baby boy in 1986.
I hate you all.
That's 2 for the boys.
Thank you for your belief in us, nobody.
You did.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Robert,
one person.
look over there.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry.
Thank you.
You guys may know him from his minor role in the Winter Soldier Captain America movie. Robert Redford.
Oh.
Robert
Okay.
Redford, boys.
Fair.
Boys, Robert Redford. What year was he born in?
All right.
Robert Redford, the president? Watchmen reference for
The
him.
audience is turning. No Google searching, cheaters, cheeky monkeys. All right. Must go faster.
All right, we got a year.
All right, what's the year?
1946.
1946.
Go for it, girl.
1960.
Maths.
Wait, what did I say? 1954?
When was your dad born?
1954.
Okay.
1954. All right. Ladies, you guys have a little confidence in the ladies, or no? You think this is going for the guys?
Dwindling with every question.
He was born August 18th, 1936.
Wow. And he's still kicking it.
All right, so the Roberts go to the boys. That's a clean sweep. Good job, guys.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
I'm naming
And
my
now-
child Robert.
Sorry.
And now we go to the Chris's. All right,
Oh,
let's
here
see.
we go.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Ladies,
Okay.
how tall is he?
How tall is he?
How tall is Chris Pratt?
I've looked this up before too, and
I
I don't
feel like I've
remember.
read this.
Why?
Don't ask
Wait,
questions.
no, why have you? Okay.
I looked this up one day. I know.
He's
I
at
think I know.
least 6 foot.
Like 6'4".
No, he's not that tall.
Not that tall?
No, I say 6'2".
6'2"?
6'2".
All right, boys.
He's at least 6 foot.
Boy, you had the same question.
No,
the
no,
same
no. I know,
amount of
but
time
we
they
had the same answer, so we have to decide if we want to go up. Let's go 6'1".
6'1". Actual
him be
retail
6'1".
price. Chris Pratt is 6'2".
Yeah.
So either way, we're getting that wrong.
Yeah, that's why they got to go first. All right. You get to go first now.
No.
Captain Kirk himself, or the dead guy from Wonder Woman.
Rough.
Chris.
Then
Oh.
why is he in 1984? We don't know.
Chris Pine.
Science.
Chris Pine. How tall is Chris Pine? Or Spider-Man. He was also Spider-Man.
All right, we got an answer. We have an
don't talk
answer.
about that. All right, Chris Pine. is
6 foot even.
6 foot even. Ladies,
6'1".
6'1". Chris Pine, Captain Kirk, comes in at a very handsome 6 foot even.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, thanks, you guys.
All right.
Snaps.
So here's your
Well,
tiebreaker.
They want to freak out.
No tie at all.
This tiebreaker for the Chris's.
Oh, okay.
Chris Hemsworth, ladies.
Steven has to know this one.
I don't look up his. I think I know what it is though.
He's pretty tall.
How tall is Idris Elba, Neff?
How tall is Idris Elba?
I told you, Elba, tall enough.
So uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. I need an adult.
Don't put Idris in your pocket.
Ladies,
A pocket Idris. I keep him with me at all times.
Chris Hemsworth.
6'4".
Wait, I thought we were answering.
No, it's their turn.
6'4".
We already said 6'4".
6'4".
6'3".
6'3". Chris Hemsworth is 6'3".
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the power of
I
Elba.
said it at last second.
All right, ladies, I'm going to give you a chance to really work this one out because this next round is worth double points.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
So
Who's
right,
keeping track?
Yeah, who's keeping
who's keeping
score?
track? Well, somebody better be
Sheena.
keeping.
Sheena.
I'm saying
Sheena.
Sheena. Somebody better be keeping score because Daryl wants this prize, so he's pulling for Lismati. You better start praying back there, man. You better because she needs some help. Double points.
Okay.
I'm gonna get you there, L7.
This is all about the money, honey. Gal Gadot,
Oh.
Oh.
easily one of the top 2 actresses to play Wonder Woman. How much did Gal Gadot get paid to play Wonder Woman in Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of?
Are we? Who's first?
They're first.
Who's first?
No idea.
You're first.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
All right, we got an answer.
Go for it.
$700,000.
$700,000. Ladies, all you have to do is just pick higher or lower, pretty much.
No, I feel like less. Wait, 700,000?
700,000.
1,000?
Yes, 1,000.
700,001.
Is that your final answer?
For to be in the movie, the entire.
Yeah,
Yes.
to be
Don't
paid.
actors get paid more than that? I feel like
Usually, but
Men actors
Yeah.
do.
messed up. Is that a lie?
Why?
Am I wrong?
That's why I answered the way I answered.
Doesn't make it right.
Higher or lower, basically.
I don't know.
I already said 700,001. Because I feel like you make more.
I feel like
granted,
I
the
feel
movie
like
was
every time we
garbage,
think
they
it's
made
above,
money.
go against your instinct. We're wrong in everything.
The movie was garbage, but it made money. So like,
But she wasn't like no one knew really who she was at all when that movie was.
All right, we need an answer, ladies.
I say
Higher.
lower.
But she says higher. Yeah,
All
I
right.
agree.
Jackie, you agree with that, lower?
sure.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
Gal Gadot got paid to be Wonder Woman in Batman vs. Superman. Do you guys think it's higher or lower than 700,000? You guys think it's higher? She got paid $300,000.
I said 200.
I know.
I told you, whatever you think is right is not. Just
I believe
ignore it.
Conversely, Henry Cavill got paid $15 million.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Oh, well, I'm
So-
It was like the worst part of that movie.
And
Well, second worst.
And I don't know about you guys, Gal Gadot was easily the best part of that movie.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right, so you guys know how this one's going to work. Guys, it's your turn. How much did Chris Hemsworth get paid to star in the first Thor movie? The first Thor movie, directed by Kenneth Branagh, was the 4th Marvel Cinematic Universe movie after Iron Man, the Hulk, and Iron Man 2.
All right, we got an answer.
Little tidbit of information for you there while filling in the dead air. All right, what's your answer? How much did Chris Hemsworth get paid to be the God of Thunder?
Not 1, but $2 million.
$2 million.
$2 million.
There's gesturing happening. $2 million? Higher or lower? Ladies are having a heated debate over here. What do you guys think, higher or lower?
Time.
What is this?
We got some highers. We got some lowers. They should have gone first.
See,
Was
this
it their
is why
turn first?
I need Lindsay Cannon with me every episode.
That's all right.
She helps.
She wants to win.
Thank you.
I do have this in case Steven gets out of control. I'm going to make him wear the baby face. So no complaining. It's my show. They also need the help. Honestly. Higher or lower?
Can I wear it anyway? Just cause? I'm gonna do it.
Lower.
Lower than what did you say? I forgot.
$2 million.
Lower than $2 million? Chris Hemsworth got paid to be in the original Thor movie $150,000.
Wow.
He was not famous yet.
$150,000, which is
he was
enough
already-
to buy a trailer in a nice neighborhood.
He was already Kirk's dad at that point.
Yeah, for 15 seconds and he got killed.
Yeah, that's the right 15
Put
seconds.
the mask on, Steven.
Why? I'm
No,
not related.
$150,000. So less than Gal Gadot got paid. All right, so point for the girls, all right?
That makes me sad.
All right, and finishing out the Money Honey round, how much did Brie Larson get paid to play Captain Marvel in Captain Marvel?
Too much.
Boys?
Wow.
Boys, we're going to let the ladies go first so
Okay.
Lindsay doesn't panic.
Okay.
Ladies, how much did Brie Larson get paid to barely act her way through that movie?
Wow.
Oh, no, don't you dare watch it again. I'm right.
He's right. When you're
The
right.
longest
It's called
post-credit scene in
direction.
Marvel
Don't
Cinematic
blame
Universe
her, blame
history
the director.
was that movie. Blame the director? I've seen
Yeah.
Brie Larson in a bunch of stuff. I've never seen her act.
She's great. Then why is she an Academy Award winning actress?
I don't know. I didn't. That was an R-rated movie. I didn't watch it.
I watched the Oscars.
Wasn't the one where he goes, "You're tearing me apart, Lisa"?
No, that was a different movie.
Oh.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Ladies, we need an answer. How much did Brie Larson get paid to play Captain Marvel in Captain Marvel?
$7 million?
$7 million?
Hopefully.
All right, boys.
She deserves
$7 million?
$7 million.
She was an Oscar winner at this point.
She was an Oscar winner, and this was well into the billion-dollar making movies.
Yes. And it was like right before.
This is a tiebreaker, by the way. Both teams have 5 points.
Everybody pray right now.
Pray for your favorites. Steven, need an answer.
We say she got paid $7 million and $1.
$7 million and $1.
Go
He's
home,
going.
Steven.
Going for the strategy. Steven, this might pay off for you. Brie
Probably
Larson
not. Probably
got
not.
paid $5 million
I told you
for
it was
Captain
less,
Marvel.
Neff. That's the last time. You should go with my gut.
So what is the actual points now? It is 5 points to 7 points for the ladies. All right, ladies, congratulations.
Oh, no.
You guys are going to the final round, boys.
means we
Good
have to-
job. Nice try. But we're going to let... Steven, I can see it in your eyes. Just put it on.
No, I'm just. I'm
Put it
not,
on.
I'm not listening to Neff anymore because I knew it was less. And
I'm gonna make my heimdall
All right, ladies, so
pop,
we're going to let you guys...
screen
It's ladies against ladies, all right?
Jackie
So
was my smarter half.
real quick answers.
Okay.
What percentage of Americans have seen a movie in the Avengers franchise? Give me a percent. What percentage of
America?
Americans... What percentage of Americans in America... Yes.
In all of America.
And all of the U.S. Americans, what percentage of the Americans have seen one or more movies in the Avengers franchise? Give me a number. Lismati.
48.
48%. Jackie, do you say higher or lower?
Higher.
Higher. The actual number is 54%. Point to Jackie.
Wow.
Yes.
Good job.
Yes.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
You got the golf clap, Jackie. That's nice. Very polite clap. What percentage of Americans, Jackie, have seen Doctor Strange?
Ooh.
Oh.
The Doctor Strange film with
I'm gonna
Breaker
say-
Neck Cumberbund.
I love it. I'm gonna say
sounds
38.
38%
And that's
of
being
people
generous.
have seen Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Lismati, higher or lower?
Lower?
Lower. 30% of Americans have seen Doctor Strange. Lee Smotty gets the point.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Claps.
Which
Claps
means
all
that
around.
this last question is our tiebreaker.
Crap.
Ooh.
Could
Ooh,
be
here we
Jackie.
go.
Could be Lee Smotty.
All right.
Who's Jackie playing for? Steve? Who's Lee Smotty playing for?
Stevie
Daryl?
B.
See? The first shall be last, maybe, right? We'll see what happens.
The least of these.
What percentage of people... We're going to skip to the last one, Nicholas. What percentage of people regularly attend church in America?
Oh.
Oh, on the Christian podcast, you got to know. That was Jesus juking, Nerd of Godcast style. What percentage of people regularly attend church in America? And I regularly should be weekly, but we know better. Church people, don't we?
Who goes first?
Who goes first? I don't remember. At least Monty goes
Jackie.
first. Actually, I'll tell you what.
Write it down.
Write it down.
I have no writing utensil.
Okay.
Type it on phone.
Text it
Type
to
it on your
Tony.
phone. While they're doing that, let me encourage you guys, if you haven't already visited us on patreon.com, you can find the Nerd of Godcast where you can be a sponsor. Help be part of the financial miracle that is ministry from the game shops and the comic shops and the Game Stops. And it's a live show, friends.
Tony, I listened to you and tried to use this putty to clean out the holes on my phone, and now it's stuck in my speaker.
That sounds like a personal
There's
problem.
a technique to it.
Jeez.
I'm so mad.
Oh.
Like, I'm just looking at the putty stuck in the speaker hole, and I'm upset.
All right, ladies, do we have a number?
Yes.
All right. I trust. I have the honor system. You can just say it out loud. We can verify if we disagree or feel you're untrustworthy. All right, Jackie, what percentage of Americans regularly attend church service?
30?
30. Lee Smotty?
I said 19.
19. The actual number is 37%. Jackie wins.
I'm sorry.
And that means Stevie B, for your friends at Nerd of Godcast, are sending you to Wawa for subs and gas, and it's Siptopia. Wawa, five seasons running, still not a sponsor. And this has been Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, and now I need a nap. Okay. Speaking of Wawa, there's one person that we know that loves Wawa perhaps above all else.
Oh my gosh.
And we are excited tonight. She's not here, but we're excited tonight that we get to share with you guys a wonderful message. Will you please direct your attention to the screen above my head for this word from the lovely Tori Lein.
Hey there, this is Tori Lein coming at you from the Great White North to give a big New Jersey shout out to the Nerd of Godcast. I love you. I think you're all doing a wonderful job. And I love being able to share the fact that you exist with my fellow nerd friends that I meet on the internet and in real life. It's incredible. I think you guys are really a symbol of God's love on the internet especially, and to people who I think are marginalized in general by people, society, I guess. I don't know, it sounds kind of dramatic, but it's not. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV online almost exclusively as I wait impatiently for Animal Crossing to come out next year. So if you guys are ever on Zalera World on Final Fantasy XIV, let me know and we can play. That's really all I've been doing lately. Eventually I'll get back to art, I'm sure, but right now I'm just really enjoying Final Fantasy XIV a lot. Also, side note, all of you out there who've ever played Final Fantasy 15 need to pressure Tony into playing it. He won't do it, and he needs to play it. You can't tell him why. He has to play it so that I can come on the show and we can talk about it, because it needs to be discussed on this show immediately.
Fair enough.
As soon as possible. But you can't tell him why. He has to find out for himself. It's important to me. It's important to me. Bye.
Oh.
All right.
Tori Lein, everybody.
Tony, play Final Fantasy 15.
If it'll get
You have
her
to
back
play
on the
it.
show, I'll play the game. Come on, everybody.
I can't tell you why, but I also don't know.
I don't know either. We miss Tori. She was an important part of our show in season 1, and we hate that she had to leave, but she did have to go back to New Jersey where her husband is. So, and she's been doing good
Reasonable.
things up there. Yeah, well, I mean,
Is she in Canada right now?
No, I think she's in New Jersey right
I
now.
thought Canada was the Great White North.
Yeah, I thought the same
That's
thing.
what Bob
Basically,
and Doug
anything
McKenzie
above
taught me.
Interstate 10 is the Great White North.
No, I thought Perry was the Great White North.
No, that's the Great White People.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But we do love Tori. We miss her. We miss all of our former podcast crew members. But we do know that every exit is an entrance to something else. So we wish them the very best of luck. Do you guys know what time it is? Does anybody know what time it is? It's time for the worst thing ever.
I hate that so much.
You hate what? This?
Yes. That.
Perf.
Fart sounds are terrible. And it's not comedy, it's lazy comedy.
I don't feel lazy right now. Way to own it, man.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the worst thing ever.
Yay.
Where we pit terrible superhero movies against each other to figure out which one is, in fact, the worst thing ever. This past week, we were talking about Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Take us back to the beginning, Steven, for those that are maybe less initiated.
I was getting there. You didn't let me. I have a process.
When?
I'm going to break the baby face.
Don't sass me. Don't sass me.
So we're going to go back and take a look through at our previous contestants, the rounds, in the Wayback Machine. Everyone put your hands up and do the... Let's take a look at the screen, because I can't remember. First, there was Daredevil. I'm going to move this. Daredevil versus, what is that, Batman v Superman. I almost called it hashtag who will win. And the loser for that one was Daredevil. The audience.
Technically the winner, I guess.
That was, somebody is calling me right now.
Hang up.
No. Okay. I hope it wasn't an emergency. All right. Next, it is Ang Lee's Hulk versus Ghost Rider.
My babies.
Both Neff's babies. Neff, which one of those did you like the most? Okay, so let's figure out who won. Ghost Rider lost because they were both awful. Next, we have Fantastic Four versus Elektra. And man, that's a boatload of suck right there. So the loser for this one was no, that's not Fan 4. That's Fantastic Four. Next we have Venom versus Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. Venom being the newest movie on this list, and the winner, loser, whatever you want to call it, was Venom. So Superman 4 goes on to the next round, and finally,
a terrible movie, by the way.
Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 versus Van Forstick. When we saw Fan Forstick, somebody fell asleep while watching. And the winner for that one was Fan Forstick. So now, wait, is that the last one? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Was that your segment?
Was that the
man?
last
I don't
one?
know.
Was that the last one, Nick? No? Okay, so we have another one. Because I'm bad at this. It was, oh yeah,
Spitting.
Green Lantern versus Steel.
Oh, yeah.
Two movies that nobody saw.
That one.
And the winner for that one was...
I saw the first 30 minutes of Green Lantern and the last 15 minutes of Green Lantern.
What about Steel?
Right.
Yeah, a long time ago. Hey, hang on a second. This is my mom.
Was she calling me? Is that who was calling me? Did I hang up on your mom?
Hi, Mom.
Hi, honey. I hope I'm not on a screen or anything.
You're on my screen. You're on a podcast right now, so the one that you were supposed to be here for. Where are you?
Well, you know, I had to babysit those babies today. Wore me out.
Those things today?
Then I had to go home and get clothes because I didn't have anything to wear. Going back. Anyway, you got a lot of people there?
Yeah, everybody say hi to my mom.
Wow. Hi, everybody.
Okay, well, I love you. I'll talk to you later then.
Yeah, can I listen to it live?
Sure, I'll just leave the phone right here. You can't talk live during it, though. You can just listen. Just listen. Are you driving and FaceTiming right now?
Yes.
She is actively.
Maggie, stop it. That's not safe. I'm hanging up. Goodbye. Oh my, that was my mom, everybody.
And this has been our newest segment of the Godcast, Moments with Maggie. So back to the worst thing ever. We have Green Lantern versus Steel. The winner for that one, loser for that one was Steel. Steel moves on to the next round.
Yes.
And that's the last one? No? How am I so bad at this? Oh, yeah.
Everybody say, Steven is
the worst.
I just blocked these movies out because, dang. Okay, so we have X-Men Apocalypse versus Batman and Robin. Which I'm going to be honest with you, Batman and Robin is a guilty pleasure. It's terrible. It's awful.
It's nice.
But it's like bad Taco Bell. It's it's bad to you. But it's anyway, so X-Men won. Nick just shut me up for that one. X-Men was worse. And that was the final round. Tonight. Oh no. Wow. Okay, sorry. We have X-Men Zero, also known as X-Men Origins Wolverine versus Catwoman, which is just awful. Let's just kill this while we can. And it was,
Let me get my mom back on the line.
Get your mom back. She brought joy, and this is terrible. All right, and then that was the end of the first round. Okay, good. I got thumbs up. Thank the Lord above. Okay.
Just tell them we're done, no matter what.
So now we're going on to the second round. This week, it was Batman v Superman versus 2003's Hulk. Since we have a live studio audience, who thinks Hulk won? By a round of applause. Who thinks Hulk was the worst? Nobody. L7.
Angley's Hulk.
Yeah, you put the hand down.
Angley's Hulk had Jennifer Connelly in it. It had Jennifer Connelly in it.
Nick Nolte being his Nick Nolteist.
But Batman v Superman had...
I mean, you couldn't...
What does that even mean?
I mean, you couldn't see it. It was too dark, but he was doing it.
They had giant Hulk dogs. Like there was a Hulk poodle.
That was bad to look at.
Sorry, Steven.
And then Batman v Superman has $300,000 Gal Gadot.
That's a bargain.
Which makes it a loser in every way. Thank you, ladies. The one lady.
My wife just walked in, but I was just going to say $300,000 is a good price for a Gal Gadot. I'm just saying. We're going to do a Kickstarter.
Gal Gadot.
We're going to buy us a Gal Gadot.
Okay, so who thinks Batman v Superman was worse? By round of applause, how do you feel? All right. So, 83.38% to 16.67%. The worst movie out of these two was, in fact, Batman v Superman. Dawn of Justice.
Good.
So we move on now to the next round. And before I do that, we're going to go through the rest of round two. So we just said,
just do the
I have the list in front of me. Okay. I can't mess this up. I'll try.
Let's see.
All right, so we just had Batman v Superman versus Hulk. We also have Elektra versus Superman 4: The Quest for Peace, which is this week's.
That's just this week. That's all we need to do.
Then why'd you tell me to get the rest of it?
No, just up till now. Just up till now. Just up till today. And we're caught up. Back to real time.
Back to real time.
Tony, you gotta relax. Anger is the ultimate destroyer of peace of mind.
That was not anger, my friend. That was an act of mercy.
Oh, fair enough.
I don't like doing this.
Get all Yoda on me over there.
I don't like
anger is a weapon only to one's opponent.
I don't like.
Do not disturb the stillness of the podcast as a pebble disturbs the pond. What are you doing? Exactly. Lift the rocks with your hands. I'm sorry, Steven, tonight's worst thing ever is what?
I just said it.
Yeah, I know, but not at all.
I've forgotten immediately.
Didn't say it.
It is.
Oh my word!
It's up on
the
screen.
It is Superman 4: The Quest for Peace versus Elektra. Two terrible movies.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. We have a phone voting system. So for the next 3 hours, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to let you guys vote on which movie is... No, I'm just kidding. It won't take us that long. This is going to be real simple. We're not even going to put this online. This is a live studio audience. The power is in your hands, and you don't even need to use your phones. Watch this. How many guys think Elektra is the worst movie? Raise your hand. How many guys think Superman 4 is the worst movie? Raise your hand.
How do we have less?
Not everyone voted.
Not everyone voted. Do it again. Elektra, raise your hand. Elektra is terrible. It needs to be eliminated. 1, 2, yeah. Do we got a family? Families are voting together.
This is Florida. We're good for recounts.
Take it easy, Chad. All right. How many?
Yikes.
Superman 4 is the worst of the two. That's really, really tight.
I still don't think everyone.
Who here has never seen either movie?
And you just
there we go. That's right. That's right.
All right. I'm gonna have to give that one to Elektra. Elektra is the worst of the two. I disagree, but you know what? The people have spoken. Elektra moves on, and this has been our worst thing
ever.
I don't like that. I have to do that segment.
If only. Are we ready? If only for the love of God, we could actually get out of this crazy tailspin of awful that we're in right now. What I need more than anything, besides a sip from my cool, refreshing water, is a real podcast host to please help us out. Can we get a real podcast host on the line right now?
Hey.
Clap. Hey.
Oh, Scott, did you pick up?
Scott
Scott Higa is on the line. Welcome to our 100th episode spectacular. Scott Higa, the Christian nerd.
Hi, everybody. Sorry, I'm
loud.
He's the voice of God.
We can hear you, but only the audience can see you, which I guess is good for them or good for us. One or the other.
Well, as we discussed earlier today, Tony, that is why I'm fully clothed.
From the waist up.
The topless version comes for Patreon exclusive only. That's what. How much would you pay to see Scott Higa?
I'll pay you never to see that. Here, have all my money.
What you got for us tonight, man?
I'm having some audio issues. I can't hear you guys very well.
All right, well, you do the talking then, buddy. We'll just hang out.
Oh no!
I don't think you got all of that message.
All right, let's.
Our Wi-Fi is terrible.
Your Wi-Fi is terrible. Just like
He
heard that.
Of course, he heard that.
I think there's a lag.
A little bit. All right.
That's because we're doing it live.
We're doing it live, everybody. Anything can happen. All right, Nick the engineer is back there pushing buttons and trying to make things happen. We need to go to Plan B, Nick.
Do we have a Plan B?
Yeah, hang up on him.
Do we have 12% of a Plan B?
We have 12% of a
Never
plan.
mind.
Never mind. All right.
Nope, he didn't freeze. He moved his eyebrows. Okay.
Just keep Higa on the up there on
Bye,
the screen.
Scott.
We're going to try this again,
Bye,
you guys.
What a face.
Yeah, we'll just go back to logo here, and we're going to try to connect with Scott Higa down here. Scotty, you there?
Hello. I'm here. Are you there?
What do you know? It actually worked.
Yay! We can hear my nasally droid.
All right, so Scott, we are here, and So you got something for us, man?
I do. How about we just try going audio only, Tony? I think that might help us out.
No, we're great. I mean, I can see you. I can't see you, so it's fine for me.
He can see himself though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, your audio's still a little.
I don't know how to work this technology, Scott. Turn your camera.
All right.
Yeah.
So it is you guys' 100th episode.
Yes.
Congratulations on making it to 100 episodes.
Thank you.
A feat I accomplished 3 years ago.
Yeah, but Scott, how many
But he does 2 shows a week.
Quantity versus quality. That's what we say.
It's easy. It's easier to crank out podcasts when you're lonely and do them by yourself.
Aww, low blow.
It's like a villain.
That's totally true.
All right.
Since it's your one. Sorry for all the dead air. I have no idea what's going on because you keep cutting in and out. So we're going to power through and assume that through the magic of everything we can make this better.
Yes. Yeah. Technology is beautiful.
So. All right. You asked me to come up with a game for your show.
Yes.
Which is genius leadership on your part because it provides 20 minutes of content that you have nothing to do with.
20
and
minutes?
So if it's good, you can take credit for it. If it's bad, you can blame me.
Yeah.
20 minutes?
Okay. Let's do it.
All right. So I came up with a game. It is called Do You Hear What I See?
I barely hear what you say. Do you hear what I see? Okay.
It's too early for Christmas.
Do you hear what I see?
Okay.
Okay. So what is this game, Scott?
And so since the Roman numeral for 100 is C,
that makes sense.
Okay.
I have some riddles, little rhymes, little questions that include the sound or the letter C.
Okay.
Okay.
Sound or the letter C.
I see.
Sea World or See the World?
Yes.
Very nice.
Sea World.
Wait for me to finish, then shout out the answer, and somebody will have to tell me who wins.
Yeah, I know what he's been talking.
Let it out.
Here's the sample question. These are great for baseball or a long road trip. Just make sure you have a cup in which to spit.
Just make sure what?
You have a cup to spit. So like sunflower seeds, seeds.
Oh.
Hey, that's the answer.
Okay.
So see the word, the sound C
Oh.
That makes
is
sense.
in the answer.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
We get it now. We're with you.
All right.
We get it.
We'll see.
All right, here we go. Number 1. This chorus, crooned by a Caribbean crustacean, was all about life below the waves.
Under the
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Under the sea.
No, I didn't ask who the crustacean was, but I believe it was Steven who shouted under the sea.
Yeah, under the sea.
Point for Steven.
Good job, Steve. All right, Nicholas Sadler, you can play on this one.
You have a mic?
Sure.
This time-displaced vessel vacated its own timeline, and its crew volunteered to go back, even though it meant their demise.
Tony, Enterprise C, NCC 1701C.
That is correct.
Nerd.
Wow.
Sorry, what?
Point for
We could have
Tony.
just let
Captain-
Nick, who
Captain
never
Rachel
knows.
Garrett.
They're not all nerd-related, so people have a chance.
Did Tony
Thank
just
you.
call somebody
All
in
right.
the future?
This British singer belted a #1 hit for Batman Forever and was married to a
Neff,
previous
Seal,
host of
Seal.
Well, I'm Celine Dion.
Seal.
Seal.
I think that was
Neff got
It
it.
was Neff.
Sealed.
Neff.
It was Nev.
Did it early.
Good job,
Did it
Neff.
early.
All right.
Yeah, but I've been
Kissing all them roses.
Rose. Oh,
This
Going to the
one
grave.
has a bunch of alliteration in it.
Oh no.
Great.
This elevated household edition will help halt your heat on a hot and humid day.
This.
What?
AC?
AC?
No, this elevated household edition
Oh.
will help halt your heat on a hot humid day.
AC unit.
No?
Ceiling fan?
There you go. Tony's a winner.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. This high schooler turned journalist jumps at the opportunity to jot down a story, which usually leads her to fighting fiends from the opposite of the right side up.
I have no idea what he said.
What?
What now? Say it again?
This high schooler turned journalist jumps at the opportunity to jot down a story, which usually leads to her fighting fiends from the opposite of the right side up.
Oh, what's her name?
Is it
Oh,
Nancy
Nancy.
Drew?
I didn't. No. Nancy,
Nancy
Wheeler.
Nancy Wheeler.
Nancy Wheeler.
I said it before he said I can.
Yeah.
Steven got it.
Good job, Steven. All right. This colorful magician can turn into a mangy mutt. Just don't mention him or his universe to Tony T, or he might kick your butt.
Neff, Sirius Black.
What? Oh,
That is correct.
Sirius
Good
Black.
job, Neffer.
he's a magician. I was
That's
so
for my
confused.
Potter fans. I got you.
All right.
Keep your
Jumping ahead.
Horcrux to
On
yourself
this
there, man.
episode of everyone's favorite workplace comedy.
Oh,
Yeah.
The Office.
All right, sorry. On this episode of everyone's favorite workplace comedy, a bumbling boss throws a more elegant Advent event to impress his former flame. What is the name of the episode?
Fancy Christmas.
No, it's Classy Christmas.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah, it is Classy Christmas.
Jackie.
Oh.
Very good, Jackie.
Classy.
Good job, Jacqueline.
Thanks.
There it goes.
All right. Sports on the Godcast. This must be a jest, but can you name this NFL team from the Pacific Northwest?
No.
Seattle Seahawks.
That is correct.
It's Neff. Neff
He is
got it
prim.
first.
He is proper. It's Neff. All right. He's what? Steven, he's gonna quit because he's not getting his point.
At the very least.
All right.
it's a
He is
tie.
prim. He is proper, and a professor of protocol. His faithful companion is ready to roll.
No idea what he just said.
One more time.
Say it again.
He is prim. He is proper, and a professor of protocol. His faithful companion is ready to roll.
He is prim. He is proper.
Professor Protocol.
C3P.
C3PO. Lee Smiley said C3PO.
Only because of Jamaican Oliver.
Oh.
These buddy, you're correct.
Thank you.
With the assist.
All right. This series was billed as Star Trek Beneath the Sea, but the show sank faster than a faulty submarine.
Was it the Atlanta Stargate?
No, I got it. It's
Atlantis?
Sequest DSV.
Oh.
It is Sequest DSV. It was
Ew.
terrible, and
It
I
was
wanted to like
terrible.
it so much.
And filmed right here in Orlando, actually.
Oh,
Really?
what a shame.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't even know what it
wonderful.
was.
This hero in Toy Story saved Buzz and Woody, even though he had a dead battery.
Really had a dead battery?
Say Buzz and
RC.
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 RC! That is
Never got it.
correct.
Gets no credit, that RC.
This canine rescued little Timmy from a well, so she probably went to doggy heaven instead of hell.
Lassie.
Heaven, except doggy hell.
That is Lassie. Good job.
Yay.
Speaking of binary there.
What's that girl? Timmy's in a well?
No, she said our internet's terrible.
Friends have fun on this playground fixture unless one weighs more than the other.
Nope.
Do you
No
speak
idea.
big Latin?
Seesaw?
Big Latin.
Seesaw?
Seesaw, it is seesaw.
How did
Very
you
nice.
even hear that?
She has the gift of interpretation, clearly.
This classic 80s tune about breaking the bro code was sung by a star of General Hospital.
I don't know any of those.
Are we looking for the name of the song or the name of the...
The audience is trying to give us clues,
Name
but
of
I'm
the
not
song.
making eye contact because I don't want to cheat. We have actually people singing it right now.
Jesse's girl.
Jackie said Jesse's girl.
Whoever said that gets it.
Oh.
What?
Jesse's a boy.
Yeah, but he wishes he had Jesse's girl. He just wants to know where he can find a woman like that.
Not in the arms of another man.
And she's
All right.
watching him with
Everyone's
those
favorite
eyes.
Puerto Rican is more than an affirmative action hire. This is one of the best ways to describe her.
Sassy.
Yeah, there you go.
I was like,
I think that was about you.
I think so.
It was.
Thanks, Scott.
All right, last
It
one.
was.
Wally's and Roomba are a great start, but this Hanna-Barbera robot has cleaning down to an art.
Rosie.
Oh, from
the Jetsons.
That is correct.
Yay.
Tally up your points, and whoever wins is a winner.
Tony.
Does anyone keep score? Because I'm lost. I know I didn't win.
I think
I think
Oliver
the
won.
winner was Jamaican
Who won,
Oliver.
Good job, Jamaican
Congratulations.
Oliver.
That was it. Man, thank you so much, Scott Higa.
Hey, thank you for having me on your 100th episode. Really, I do appreciate it. I love your show. I listen to it all the time, even when I'm not on it.
Yeah, and
then you'll be saved.
To you too. So Scott did send us a nice little package before the show with a nice note. I have the note on display right here. This is his card that he sent to us, expressing congratulations and regrets for not being able to be here. And he sent each of us Funko Pops for each of our kind of characters on the show. So I have a Tony Stark, and we have them displayed right in front of us, Scott.
They're amazing.
I have Tony Stark.
Oh, that makes me feel
Lise Mari has Shuri. Jackie has Captain America.
I
Steven
got
has
Fat Thor.
Fat Thor.
And I have Heimdall in his screen accurate position.
And
soon.
Nick in the back there has Hawkeye. So thank you so much, man. These are monuments to our friendship, and we bless you. Scott Higa, the Christian nerd, ladies and gentlemen. Show him some love. And I just hung up on him. So
Bye, Scott.
yeah, so monuments are what we're talking about tonight, and for the next just couple minutes, we're gonna wind this thing up and try to put a little something spiritual on it. But what was your Angel microphone? This is your time to shine.
Your time.
Oh,
Angel, everybody.
Everybody give it up for Angel!
Hello again.
Do this, Angel.
Look at his hair.
So the Cannon family, you guys, you're a Washington D.C. group. You guys go there a lot. What's your favorite monument in Washington D.C.? Pastor Mayor Rodney Cannon, First Lady Lindsay Cannon.
My favorite is probably, well, there's only really, I mean, let me nerd out on you. There's only one monument, the Washington Monument. The rest are memorials.
Okay.
Actually.
Smart.
But the Korean War Memorial would probably be my favorite.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Very emotional. Okay, good answer. Have you guys ever been to a monument that might be a memorial? We'll be a little. We won't die under a sea of semantics. Here, semantics, right? That was the sea.
Oh.
Scott Higa could have done that. What's Rodney Cannon killing us with? That one. So what do you guys have you ever been okay the St. Louis, we have listeners in St. Louis, which is in Missouri. Yeah.
Sure.
Took me a second. I had to
It's
go
in
over to the
Missouri.
states. They have the big the arch.
St. Louis Arch.
It's like they were going to build a McDonald's there and they couldn't commit. They got halfway. Do you guys know what the St. Louis Arch is a memorial for, a monument to?
McDonald's.
Commitment.
It is the gateway to the West. It is the centerpiece of the Jefferson National Expansion Memorial to commemorate the westward expansion of the U.S. So yeah, it's not just half a McDonald's like I assumed. The Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
You guys have seen the Statue of Liberty, right?
One of 3 statues.
Seen pictures of it.
Yeah, Magneto tried to blow it up, I think, in the first X-Men movie.
That monster from Cloverfield took the head off, I think.
That is the Cloverfield monster.
Rolled it down the road like a bowling ball.
The Planet of the Apes. That's right. Or
Truly
Spaceballs. Also, Mega Made.
It was
there goes
Earth
the
all
neighborhood.
wrong.
Ghostbusters 2. We don't talk about that one.
Your love.
You're lifting me higher than I've ever. Okay, you guys bailed on me on that one.
X-Men.
Thanks.
That's where the Toad gets struck by lightning.
What happens when you strike a toad with lightning?
Same thing that happens to everything else.
You guys know what the Statue of Liberty is a monument to?
Freedom.
Welcoming them to the country.
French people.
Liberty.
The French were like, we don't like it. You take it.
We have another one.
College toga parties.
This was given to us by the Egyptians. We don't want it. That's a bad French accent.
First
Sorry.
you did.
So, what is the Statue of Liberty a monument to? Do you guys know? Anybody know?
I thought it was about immigration.
Well, it was a gift from
It's about
France.
racial people.
Like something like a
It
mark
was
of
from
peace, a sign of
France.
peace, or maybe a sign of pity.
A sign of pity? Like, we're so sorry. We're so sorry. It's actually commemorating the end of slavery.
Oh, that's awesome.
Liberty.
At the feet of the Statue of Liberty are broken chains.
Wow.
So yeah, the Statue of Liberty commemorates the end of the U.S. Civil War and the abolition of slavery. So that was kind of neat. I didn't know that. I learned something new. If you guys, the Little Bighorn National Memorial, which is up in Montana, which was originally the General George Custer Memorial, and then someone went, ooh, he killed a bunch of Native Americans, so maybe we should like show both sides of this story. They killed him though, if it's in the interest of fairness.
Revenge.
I like these different. So the question is this: if someone, Nerdy Godcast crew, if someone was going to make, you're good, Angel, thank you. If someone was going to make a monument about your life, if they were going to make the Jackie Monument, what would they build and where?
What monument would they build for my life?
This is your life.
My whole life.
Jackie freaking Wilson Monument. The JFW.
Can I just get that? The JFW.
It's an airport.
What would they build for you?
Giant ball of yarn.
No, because then they'd mistake it for all the other big balls of yarn around the country.
Giant mellophone.
There are so many.
Like the one in Minnesota.
Like the one in
the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota.
I don't know. Like, I feel like music's been a really big part of my life, so something kind of relating to music.
Okay. All right.
Like a French horn.
Like a French
A giant French
horn.
Like
you
that
can
children
play.
could slide around in, right?
Oh,
I
yes,
like
slide.
Maybe don't have it so you can play. That's how you get mono.
What?
What?
Because the people, all the people going up to blow the French horn. It's gross. Just germs.
Are you sure?
People germs.
Yep.
Good try. Steven, what's the Stephen Salisbury Memorial gonna be?
I don't know. My first thought was just like a big face and beard, like
It's
I
the
just
worst
felt like
shirt.
hair, just like your hair.
just the hair,
Just
and the
Steven's
beard.
quad,
It's
just
a
a
silhouette.
hair and a beard.
Just hair, yeah.
Just a pile of hair.
Yeah.
Not even just a
Like
pile.
you just shave your head and then leave it there.
Like a glass case.
No, that's where my strength comes from. I don't know this. I don't know. I have no idea, and I was not prepared for that question, and I should have been.
Neff, what would your memorial be, Neff?
My memorial would be a huge plate
Of milk.
That's it.
Just a plate?
Yeah, because then anybody who like steps on the plate and be like, I'm gonna
They're
eat
stepping
'em.
up to the plate.
And then if they want to, they can leave little food for me, like a memorial, like
like the little Buddha statues in a Chinese restaurant.
Like, oh, it's Neff Day. It's like I'm like Santa Claus. Leave your food out for Neff, and maybe he'll come eat it on the big plate.
Happy Neffmas Day, everybody.
May the Neff
Neffmas
be with
Day.
you, and you as well.
To make it clear, I am not comparing myself to Jesus, but you know, a holiday would be nice.
It'll be on the 5th of every month.
We can celebrate this while I'm alive if you want.
We celebrate it right now. Anybody got a plate?
Just treat me to dinner.
We need someone to bring us a plate and just put it in front of Neff. We'll see what happens for us tonight. Lismati, what's the monument that we're building to you?
Oh, I don't know.
A gargoyle.
A giant Cheeto.
A giant Cheeto.
A giant Cheeto. That's better.
I feel like people would just know.
It's a Cheeto
that
puff.
would be enough.
Gold plaque.
Just everyone walks up to and touches it, and then they come away with the orange fingers.
Yeah. And it's just
It's like the Blarney Stone.
Sensory experience. I like that.
Okay. No, that makes perfect sense.
What about you, Tony?
If they were going to make a monument to me, it would just be a table like this with all of you at it.
Aww.
With a picture of his perfect blue eyes.
That's right. That's all it would be. No, I don't know. I think to me, like the monument that you leave, really, I look over. I'm looking at my son right now. Like the monument that you leave is the thing that goes on beyond you, right? It's like it's the thing that kind of carries on the best parts of you, so that other people that don't know you can know what you're all about. And I think that when we, not to swing this thing into like full on, Jesus Christian moment here, but I think that when we make a legacy and an impact in other people's lives, that really is a great monument to who we are. So, yeah. So in that way, really honestly, you guys are a big part of that. So I'm proud of you. And I would be proud if you guys would be like the monument. If people would look at you and say, they must have had a great youth pastor at some point in the past.
The world's
so maybe that's the thing. So if we're building the Mount Rushmore of your life story, who's the person? And all of you, even in the audience, think about this. Who's the person that would go on the Mount Rushmore of your life? Who's the person that spoke life into you and that encouraged you and that opened doors for you or gave you a chance to try and to even fail? All of us need to have somebody like that. Many of us have had somebody like that. So who's a person for you? Maybe it was a pastor or a teacher. And there's more of an open-ended question than something that we're going to sit here and talk tales about. But, a coach, a parent, a sibling, there's the people that belong in our lives of, man, I wouldn't be where I am right now if it wasn't for this person, Do you have somebody? Just name a name.
Well, I was gonna name you,
Don't
but
do that.
I'm not gonna do that. But my first pastor, his name is Pastor Herman Knapp. When I first started coming to church and I was here all the time, he really kind of like took me aside, but he didn't like. The biggest part for me is he didn't like shoo me away. Like he treated me very well, but he treated me like a friend. And spoke a lot into me, and he was really down to earth, and I really appreciate about that. Not only was he down to earth like in his personal life, just dealing with people, but he was down to earth from the pulpit. So he was like what you saw was what you got with him.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of what he did for other people, and it just really showed me, like more than anything, it's about people.
Nice.
And I know people who are very greatly impacted by small things that he did, and it changed their lives. And seeing that happen really, really helped me out.
Cool.
Very cool.
Anybody else?
For me, I had my one of my band directors in high school, Jose Eslava, who still kind of pours into me.
All the people that went to your school.
They're
Yeah.
like, what? Yeah. No, he actually took the time when I was having questions about college and stuff, because no one in my family had gone to college. It was a very scary thing and very overwhelming for me my senior year. So I went into his office and was asking him, like, I want to do what you do, but I don't know how to do it. So he took time out of his day, sat me down in front of the computer. We went through like the college stuff. He printed out like sheets of paper with like all the classes and circled things that he recommended, and like actually took the time to pour into me, and then lets me come and shadow him while he teaches at another high school now. So I get to do that for my degree now. So he's someone who's pretty consistently like pouring into me when he doesn't have to. I'm not his student anymore. I graduated. It's fine. That's awesome.
That's awesome. Anybody else?
Yeah. For me, it's kind of like a grouping because for those who don't know, I just recently got, and this isn't a brag, this is just a thing. Steven and I both got our pastoral licenses, and I plan on going into children's ministry, hopefully full time. That's the plan. But a big part of that has been the pastors, the children's pastors that have really shaped me as a person. The first ones would be Jeannie and Nelson Hoover, who gave me the opportunity and accepted me in and showed me how to really care for kids. And then the Richard and Carmen Colon, who showed me how to really put my all into the ministry, really give all my energy that I have. And then more recently, and I think the most impactfully, is Pastor Nolan Clifton, who was in the room earlier, but he's not here right now. But I found my calling from being in there.
Please, Molly.
I think it's kind of a basic answer, but I just think of my parents.
That's not basic.
Well, I know everybody, you think of your mom and dad when you think of the people that have like molded you into who you are, quite literally,
Yeah.
But I think they're not, no parents are perfect. They're not perfect, but even in their imperfections, and you learn from the things they do right and the things they do wrong. And those things that they do are what kind of have shaped my character now. And I think that I am completely who I am because of the journey that their choices have brought me on. So, my parents, absolutely.
That's awesome. There's a guy named Steve Livingston, and Steve Livingston was a youth pastor in South Carolina at a little Baptist church of no consequence. And he came to visit some of his kids at middle school, McCracken Middle School, and I was in 8th grade. And I didn't go to church. I didn't go to youth group. I didn't have anything to do with any of that. And he was sitting at a picnic table outside having lunch with a couple of his kids. And I was sitting nearby, and he was kind to me, and he asked me to join the conversation. And he said, this Friday, we're going to go see a Petra concert. Would you want to go with us? And I'm like, sure. What the crap is Petra? I ain't never heard of such. So I went with him, and we drove 2 hours. I got in this guy's Jeep, right, with 3 other teenage guys, and we drove 2 hours away. My mom didn't know him, right? You're talking about good parents. My mom, I feel like I'm talking a lot of crap about my mom tonight. I don't mean to be. She's fantastic. But I drove with this guy to Columbia, South Carolina, man, and I gave my heart to Jesus that night. And I never really went to his youth group. I never really, I wasn't under, he just saw a kid at a lunchroom table and made an investment. And he doesn't know. He's off somewhere else serving the Lord. And I think he's in Texas, somewhere. The great state of Texas.
2 claps.
I expected more from you on that. But he's, but he doesn't even know the impact that he made in my eternity. And I want to look at scripture because there's a part in the Bible that just really sticks out to me of the people and the places and what God is doing that just create these amazing anchor moments. And I go back to Joshua. So these guys had been on this journey for 40 years. A lot of them were the children of Israel were born in the wilderness. They had come out along the way, right? And they're here, they're on the cusp of the promised land. They're right there. Moses has been left behind. Joshua is leading them into this new place that God has promised them. Hundreds of years beforehand, and they're about to finally step in. They're at the end of this long and painful journey. And they come to the river. They come to the Jordan River, and the river is flowing, and the river is just pouring out in front of them. And God says, go into the river, take the ark, and just walk into the water. And as the priests went ahead and they're carrying the ark, as soon as they touch the water just stops and creates a wall, a barricade. It just stops flowing, creates this water of wall, a wonder wall, if you will. And they walk across the river on totally dry ground. Thank you. And they, as they went across, they praised the Lord, and they said, maybe you're going to be the one who saves me. After all. Don't you dare. It
was not an oasis.
So while they were walking across, the Bible says that God told Joshua, he said, go ahead and you pick get 12 guys, one from each of these tribes, and have them go pick up a stone from the middle of this river, where the river used to be, where the water used to be. Go and pick up a stone. And they did. And whenever I heard the story kind of like in a younger, I always thought little stones, we're going to pick up just like, it's this little rock in my hand right here. It's just my little pebbly. It's so cute. Look at him. But in rereading it, man, they picked stones that they actually had to carry on their shoulders. These were man stones, right? Like you had to carry these things out, like lofting them up, like have some beef jerky and carry a rock, So they're carrying these giant rocks out, and they when they come out on the other side, they stacked up these 12 stones. And they created a monument there. And the Lord told them that these stones are going to be a memorial to the people of Israel forever. So that later on, long when the river has gone back to where it's supposed to be, long after you're in this place where I've led you to, you can look back and see that memorial, and you can remember where I brought you to. But an interesting word jumped out to me, and I thought this was kind of cool. It was just one quick word. He said, put them up in this place where you're going to sleep tonight. And that word tonight jumped out at me for a reason, because God said, you've made it across, you've made it in, set up a memorial, but you're only staying here tonight. Because even though I've brought you to the finish line, even though I've brought you into the place that I promised you, we have further to go. And it's nice to set up a little memorial. It's nice to set up a little monument. It's nice to set a little anchor moment when we hit these moments of achievement. We're here at 100 episodes for a podcast. To me, that's pretty cool. But boy, if this is all God has for us, I don't want this to be a finish line. I want this to be a starting line. Because, and I can't, you here with us, and even those that are watching, you have no idea how important your support and your friendship has been. And I'm always going to remember this night, looking out at your faces and thinking, man, you guys came from a long way, man. You drove hours, you flew hours to be here. That's ridiculous to me. How are you dumb? Like that? Why would you do that? Don't you have better things? And I say that in jest. Man, we are floored. We are honored, humbled, like completely humbled, and a little bit stressed out by your expression of love and gratitude. And this night, and you being here with us is going to be one of those monuments that we set in our hearts forever. And we're always going to look back and we're going to remember this and we're going to say, man, look what God has been able to do. We've seen people give their hearts to Jesus. We've seen ministries encouraged. We've gotten to go and speak in youth groups and speak at conventions. And we've made friends with people that we would have never made friends with, man, like through the internet and through different churches, even right here in town. And tonight, afterwards, we're going to have some food and we're going to laugh and we're going to talk and share stories after stories after stories. I can't wait to introduce some of you guys to each other because I think that is amazing to me, to watch our network and our family just kind of get more and more tight. But this has been powerful. But this isn't the end. This is just where God's brought us to. Jericho is still ahead, you know what I mean? There's still another amazing exploit right around the corner. And whatever it is that God's brought you through, and I look across this room here and I see ministers, I see pastors in this room right now, people that have done more than I've ever done, for sure. And I know that God has just done some amazing things in your life, that your stories just bring him glory up and down and all over. But there's more to come. So stay faithful, stay encouraged, keep moving where he's leading. And although we have these moments that we treasure, the best is yet to come for you and for us, for his glory and his namesake. So with that said, any other thoughts?
I think that it's super encouraging. I feel like we reach like peaks, and you have to remember that there isn't a peak to God's purpose. You graduate and it's like, I graduated, but now you have to like do something with that. I graduated college and it was like, oh my gosh, I did it. But then now I have to like be an adult and do the thing with the thing that I got. And
sometimes you have to pay for the thing that you got after the fact.
Months and months and years later. But it's really exciting to me to think that, there was a point in my life where that seemed so far away. That was the goal. That was the thing I was praying for, and that I was trusting God that he would lead me through. And then that moment came and I did it, and glory to God. But man, there's still so much more. And that's a small scale thing for me. It's college, but you said there's ministers here, there's people here. You guys have probably done so much more and seen so much more than I have. And to think that there, like I said, is never a peak to that. There's never going to be, you reach God doesn't have a limit of what he can use you for, or use your ministry for, or use your, what he's going to do through you. So I think that's really encouraging to think that no matter where you are in life, if you're where I am or way beyond where I am, or maybe way behind where I am, that there's something really big and powerful that God has in the future and in your journey, and that will always be the case. There will always be an exciting, great, big, beautiful tomorrow in Christ,
Shining at the end of every day.
And one thing that I would say, and this is something that I deal with myself, is don't stay frustrated with where you are if it's not where you want to be, especially if you know that God has called you to something else or something better. There's a reason why you are where you are. So make the best of it, but also don't just like sit and sulk there. Like begin preparing for what's ahead. I believe this is Paul. It might be Peter, but I believe it's Paul. It says, I'm moving forward. I'm looking forward to what's ahead, but I'm forgetting what's behind me. So don't get stuck on where you are or what you did or what was behind you, but look forward to what's ahead. I might be taking this scripture out of context, but he who began a good work in you is faithful and just to complete it. So just because you haven't gotten there yet doesn't mean that you will not get there. But you can't just sit there at the same time.
And I think if you sit there, as much as that monument means to you, if you sit there with the monument becomes an idol.
Yep.
And it doesn't become a symbol of something good. It actually becomes something that's harmful to you. That's a good point. Well, tonight has been a special monument for us, and we are thankful to have shared it with you. Give yourselves a big hand, everybody. And that brings us to the end of our 100th episode, you guys. I
I didn't pee.
know. And that means that that next time we'll be back for our 101st episode. It'll be like the day after your birthday when nobody cares anymore. It's like, but it was my birthday. No, nobody brought cake today.
Yesterday.
So let's get back to the normal thing where we can all just be friends again and hang out. But man, we just want to say thank you so much to all of our listeners. Thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing and leaving reviews. All that stuff helps us a whole heck of a lot, and we really, really appreciate it. And if you would like to be a part of what we're doing, visit us at patreon.com. That's patreon.com/nerdagodcast, and you can be a part of the blessing. Thank you so much, audience, for being with us for the Nerd of Godcast. Steve-O Supremo.
Bye, everybody.
Jackie freaking Wilson. Bye. The big man, Quentin Neff.
Here's to the next 100.
Lovely lady, Lee Smotty.
Make good choices.
And all the way in the back, Nick, the engineer.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
For Scott Higa, for L7, and for you, by golly, until next time, we ain't gotta go home.
But we can't stay here.
Thank you guys, and God bless you. Happy day theme song is here.
The
Play
button
the
top
theme
left.
song. There it is.
Hey!
Let's go downstairs and eat cake, everybody.